Hi everybody, and it is ladies' night. Obviously, tonight we're going to talk about plastic surgery, TS. Does it help boost self-confidence or does it? We're going to talk about that tonight because I had a couple of sisters message me about different types of surgeries that they thought about. Now, what I like to say to you ladies, and I'm actually drinking my tea tonight. So for me, what I like to say is, here's my thing when it comes to plastic surgery. I know everybody has a different opinion on this, and so we're going to talk about it. Because, all right, so there's obviously different types of surgeries, plastic surgeries, that girls can do to enhance their bodies, especially for us TS women. There's ear pinning for our ears. Some girls like to get the webbing in their neck reduced. Some girls like to get breast enhancements. I want to talk a little bit about my journey with all this and then let you draw your own conclusions. Back in the day, I did consider breast enhancements before I got on HRTs, but however, when you look at the side effects, there's a lot of risks. There's infections. There's, depending on the type of implant you get, one can rupture, things like that. Um, you know, it's a different, there's so many risks to it. And not only that, but after I got on hormones, the HRTs, to me, I felt so much better. So, Tina Dottie said, I was thinking of having the surgery on my neck. I know that there's a lot of girls who do the surgery on their neck. When I was considering breast enhancement, as I said earlier, um, my the surgeon talked to me about, ear pinning, about my neck, things like that. It's good to have a surgeon who's knowledgeable if you decide to go that route. The reason that I chose against it was, to me, it was the risks that were involved with the breast enhancements. The other surgeries I really didn't consider because I really didn't see that much of a problem with my ears because I felt like I could cover them up. And I knew that I had to wear my hair in a ponytail a lot, especially in high school and middle school when I played sports. But to me, one of the big questions, if you talk to a surgeon, if you think about doing this, one of the questions they're going to ask you is, why do you want this surgery? And what I told him, obviously, was, I wanted people to look at, I wanted to look more, let's say, normal. I wanted to look like everybody else and, please other people, let's say. And obviously, this is about you pleasing yourself. You got to love yourself before you can love anybody else. I've always said that. And so, personally, when I told that to a surgeon, he said, people really don't care that much. And he said, I think what you need to do is you need to go home and you need to think about this because there is a lot of risks involved. And, I want you to be doing this for the right reasons. If it's something you want to do and you're doing it for the right reasons, I say go for it if that's what you want. But personally, like I said, I didn't go for it. I'm sorry. Okay, so get some more comments. Sarah Lawson. Hi, Bethany. I had surgery to remove cartilage behind my ears, but not on my neck. Yeah, so you had the ear pinning, I'm assuming, Sarah. So that is a pretty common. That's one that I hear a lot about with girls with Turners. Is either like the web neck or the ears. I haven't seen too many girls with TS get the breast enhancement because, to me, once you get on HRTs, that'll come. This is going to be a little personal, but like I've said before, I like sharing my life with you guys because, I want us to share ideas and everything. Personally, after I started HRTs, I grew in that area. And so the need for me, or the thoughts that I had for wanting to do the surgery, the breast enhancements, went away because it happened naturally on the HRTs. So that's one thing I would encourage you. If you're thinking about doing it and you're not on the HRTs, I would encourage you to talk to your doctor first, your general practitioner, endocrinologist, about getting on HRTs first before you consider plastic surgery. You know, personally, like I said, ears, the neck, I don't know, because I feel like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and you have to appreciate who you are. Beauty is on the inside, and if somebody can't accept you for you, they don't deserve you. So that's something I always want to tell you girls. If they don't love you for you, they don't deserve you. Amy Vaughn, my web neck was bad. ESP on the right side. I had mine corrected as well as droopy eyes fixed. Now the droopy eyes, I've heard of those surgeries before. Personally, I haven't met anyone who's done those. But I did get to meet you at the conference, so maybe technically now I have. So yeah, I mean, like I said, if it's something you want to do, make sure you talk to your doctor about it. Make sure that you have that deep interpersonal conversation with yourself. Why am I doing this? Like, maybe write it down on a piece of paper. Here's the pros, here's the cons. Pros are, I want to not have a web neck. I want to pin my ears. I want to do this, or this. And make sure you're doing it for you and not somebody else. You should always do it for you, to make you feel better about you, not to please other people. Because if you do it to please other people, I mean, there's a saying, folks gonna talk about you to the day you die, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. So no matter what you do, it's, do it for you. Elaine Rizzer, I had web neck fixed and it did help. Was able to wear hair back, etc. Yeah, I mean, I still wear my hair back. I actually wore a tank top tonight so that way you girls could kind of see my neck. I mean, mine, I know, isn't as severe as some girls that I've met, but I've still got like the skin there and there. So, it's something that definitely, in the low hairline, is something that, I kind of gets to me. But, I think, like I said, it's one of those things that now I'm at a place in my life where, it doesn't matter. And if people can't accept you for you, they don't need to be around you. Colleen Duvall, Elaine, was the web neck surgery painful? Yeah. We would like to know, anybody who has done that, yeah, please tell us a little bit about it. Because personally, I haven't had it done yet. Elaine Rizzer, would not have web neck done until you are full grown. I did not have it until 18 years old, so never had to have it done over, etc. Yeah, so that's one. Thank you for saying that, Elaine, because that's one thing I want to point out when it comes to the breast enhancements. Like when I was looking at it, this was years ago. I was probably, I want to say I was like 22 I was like 22 when I was looking at it, and that was 10 years ago. Oh wow. 10 years ago. But you have to if you get implants, those have to be changed like every 10 years to especially if you get silicone. And the silicone ones, like if you get in a wreck or something happens and it ruptures, it can be poison to your body. And so that's something that like I said, there's a lot of risks that you want to consider. This isn't just, bing bang boom, it's done. No risks involved. There is risks involved, and, make sure you're considering your risks with your doctor. Talk to them make a million questions if you have to. I went to about 6 surgeons, and then decided not, and in the end, obviously decided not to have the surgery. So like I said, just talk to people, go to more than one surgeon, because every surgeon does things differently when it comes to that. So if you want to get it done, make sure you're getting a good surgeon. Do research. You can go to the AMA, you can look on websites and everything. They will give you different reviews, different accreditations they have. And when you're there at the center talking to the doctor, they should have a brochure that has all their accreditations on it anyway, so that way you can Google that and see what they are. Amy Vaughn, my neck wouldn't rotate properly. Vision was poor before the eye surgery. Now that's another, sometimes you want to have some of these surgeries for health benefits, such as the droopy eyes, or I know some girls have like their nose fixed, the nose job. Sometimes that can help with breathing, things like that. So that's something you might want to consider too. Some of these aren't just, okay, I'm fixing it to look good. Some of these are, they do have some health benefits to them. Hadass Naoma, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. If I'm not, please correct me. If my daughter's web neck will bother her, I would encourage her to have plastic surgery so she can feel better about herself. Thanks for sharing, everyone. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Like I said, like, you know, do it for you. If that's what you want to do it for you. The reason that I'm saying these things is that I want you girls to do it for the right reasons. I want you to be doing it for you. So that way, you know, for whether it is to feel better about yourself or, you know, if it is a self-confidence thing, do it. All right, Elaine Rizzer, Colleen, not any more than any other surgery that I can remember. It has been a long time. Had it done 18 years old. I am now 5 years old. It's worth it. And let's see, Colleen Duvall, I thought about getting neck done. I mean, you can look into that. Amy Vaughn, mine wasn't bad. Had the neck redone once. Once was done at the same time as an ear surgery. So yeah, I mean, sometimes they can do that, like multiple surgeries at the same time. Leah Jones, all things considered, all we have been through. My Tia's sisters are beautiful. Exactly. And that's why I say, you know, you're beautiful on the inside. Like, that's where real beauty is. It's on the inside. So let's see some more comments. Elaine, sometimes neck surgery needs to be done because of how tight it can be and no movement, etc. Right? Yeah, range of motion, things like that. And that's why I was talking about the health benefits. Some of these aren't just, you know, okay, I want to look better here or there, anything like that. Some of it is health benefits, like the nose jobs, things like that. Tina Dottie, how was the scars on the neck after the surgery? So Elaine, if somebody wants to comment about that, because like I said, the neck surgery is not something I'm too familiar with. Like the doctor had talked to me about it when I was considering it. I know for the breast enhancement, it's a small scar like under that you really don't see. Amy Vaughn, my scar mostly hidden by my hair. I had elective laser hair removal on low hairline for me. Yeah, that's something that is something I have considered just because of the low hairline. Usually I shave it, which is probably a bad idea, because a lot of people will tell you that once you shave like the hair, you have to keep shaving it, which I do have to do. So anyway, but yeah, laser hair removal, that's something that you can look into. I know a lot of us get moles, and so mole removal is another one. Y'all have always probably noticed the mole that I have here on my neck. That's something I thought about getting removed before. But like I said, you've got to consider the risks of any surgery, because it is what it sounds like. It's surgery. And so anytime you're going under the knife, there's risks involved. Colleen Duvall, I hate my low hairline. Amen. Can we get an amen from the choir here? Yeah, the reason that I hate mine is trying to do like ponytails and buns. Like it just looks weird and I can't get it in a right spot, you know? So that's why I've thought about the laser hair removal as well, just for the low hairline. And also for the job I have now, I have to put my hair up a lot. So, you know, want to be able for it to look right. Elaine Roser, I see no way to post pic. Oh, okay, yeah. If you're talking about posting pics and the comment, Elaine, if you want to, send them to me and I think I can put it in there. I haven't been able to see anybody else put a picture in there. So if you want to personal message them to me, I can put them up in the comments if you like. So that way people, because I'm assuming you're wanting to show pictures of the scars for the neck surgery, which I think a lot of people are interested in. But I do think overall, like I said, the only reason I would say that it would boost self-confidence is if it's something you personally want for you, not to do it for somebody else. You know, I think normal is a relative term. What is normal? Because normal, I mean, we're all different. We're all individualistic. And so that's one thing that's one of the reasons why I like to tell people, do this for you, not for somebody else. Not for somebody you haven't met yet. Don't do it for, you know, the co-workers. Don't do it for the crowds out at the mall. Do it for you. And if it's something that you just can't stop thinking about and you want to do it to enhance your beauty or whatever, do it. I'm all for it. But like I said, make sure you consider the risks. Make sure you go home, talk to the doctor, see what their plan is, talk to them about what you want. Make sure you guys are on the same page. Go home, think about it for a day or two before you actually schedule the surgery, if that makes sense. That's what I would encourage you to do, if you want to do it. So, ladies, it has been a fun ladies' night, and I'll take some more of your questions if you want to talk more about this. If you have more questions about all the different surgeries that girls with TS can have, like ear pinning, the neck webbing, nose jobs, droopy eyes, breast enhancements, we're here to talk about it. Amy Vaughn, mine helped a lot. I had my hair lady trim and shave the back of neck where I wanted the laser hair removal done so they could see. Exactly. Usually that's what I do is like I'll have my hairdresser, she'll like razor it for me. And then I just go back over it like every once in a while. And then I'll go over it again just to clean it up, if that makes sense. Colleen Duvall, how many of you have had heart surgery? Oh, I mean, we can talk about that. If y'all want to talk about heart surgery, we can talk about that. I know personally I have to have mine done. I'm supposed to have it done in my 40s. But we'll see. Still talking to my cardiologist and everything, doing my regular updates. But I think heart surgery, I think a lot of people are scared about it because it's heart surgery. It's surgery on your heart. And I know when I was talking to my cardiologist about it, he told me about all the risks and how like the post-op like recovery and everything, it's so long. And not that it's not necessary, it's obviously a necessary surgery. But it's one that you don't want to take lightly, and it's one that you want to go in with like a clear head. You've got a game plan, people behind you when you get out of surgery, because like I think for the first, I want to say it's like the first 2 weeks. I'm trying to remember the timeline. I think it's like the first 2 weeks, like you can't move. No, the first few days, I know you can't move your arms like past your chest. You can't move this part of your body. And then after that, I think you have to wait a week before you can actually like shower. And then 2 weeks before, it's like 6 weeks before you can drive. And, but there's so many restrictions when you have a heart surgery. Colleen, I had my heart done in 1971. I was 8 years old, and it was experimental at the time. I was the first one done at UCLA. Oh, wow. That's amazing, because UCLA is like at the top of their game. Amy Vaughn, I had coarctation of aorta repaired at age 4. I have bicuspid aortic valve, which will need replacing eventually. Yeah, that's the surgery that I have to have, is the valve replacement. So I have the bicuspid aortic valve and a right bundle branch block with regurgitation, and and the bicuspid and the aortic valve and the mitral valve. Yeah, the mitral valve. So I've got that going on with my heart. So that's why I'm going to need surgery. Camille Denoy, I was told I don't need it now, and they could not tell me if I will need it in the future. So yeah, it's a case-by-case thing, Camille. So depending on your condition, like what condition your heart is in and everything like that, they'll go based off that. But yeah, like my condition, that's basically what they told me, is that I don't need it right now. I just need it in the future. I will eventually need it, with how my heart is. But my heart, is different from everybody else's heart, and, so vice versa. So that's why you want to keep in touch with your cardiologist and talk to them about it. So ladies, we're going to end it tonight. It's been a wonderful ladies' night. And go ahead, go like the Watt for Ferio page. If you haven't liked the Watt for Ferio page, get your wrist up on Wednesday. I'm about to do mine because I was really busy yesterday. I had work from 12 to 9. So anyway, get your wrist up and like the Watt for Ferio page. They're going to be doing the walk this year in October. We'll see you at the conference this year in July. See you next week. Drink wine if you're legal. Have a nice night, girls. Bye.